we're going to download R onto a Mac. There's a file uploading R and RStudio onto a Windows or a Mac, and it gives you a web address. Copy and paste that web address into your web browser and hit enter. You'll be directed to this page. Now we want to download R, so you go right here to where it says download R. Now we have to pick the correct crayon mirror. The one closest to us is nice. So you scroll down the page till you see USA, and there it is. But any of these would work. They're just identical where they upload all the different packages and changes that they make to R. Now we want to download for a Mac, so I click Download R for Mac. Here, because we have, I've got a operating system 10.7 or more, I go to the R 4.02 package. Now, the actual version might change depending on updates, but this is the package that you would use, the latest release. And I left click onto that. So now it's downloading onto my Mac. Once it's downloaded, we want to open it and download it onto our Mac. So we hit continue. It tells us about the version that we're in. You can print it, have it for your records. And I hit continue. I agree to the terms, and now I want to download onto my Mac. So now I have installed R onto my computer. But I'm not done yet. So now it's time to upload RStudio. So with RStudio, I go to this particular website. Once I get to the page, I scroll down and I want the free RStudio desktop. So I want to download RStudio for a Mac. So now I download RStudio for Mac. So you could either click onto the RStudio or in your downloads RStudio to download. Double left click onto the RStudio, and then click open. So this was what will appear. You have what's called the console. You have your global environment, and here you can get to your files. These are where plots that you'll make in RStudio using R programming. This is just the interface that we'll work with, which makes it nice. And then you can see packages and helps. And then we're going to learn how we can export these plots and put them into files so we can do little, our projects during our course where we do data analysis. So now we're going to just do a very quick example. In our class, we're basically just going to import data sets, and we want to do it from Excel. Now you might have a version of RStudio that needs to install packages. So in this case, I'm going to say, yes, I want to install it. So I'll install the new package so that I can now import my data set. So I'll let it do what it's going to do. And now I can browse and import my data set into RStudio. So I go to my desktop, because that's where I have my file. I upload my Excel file. So I put in a command, and I would give you the correct file name and the correct variable that I want summary data for. So you make sure you have all that, you paste it, and you hit enter, and voila, we have summary statistics from R. The minimum value of the variable chirp, the first quartile, the median, the mean, the third quartile, and the max. And we would do, we could get some graphics too. And let's see how that would work. Now, here's a command, and it's kind of fancy for the box plot. Once again, I give the file name that's on my computer that I gave, the file name that I gave for the file that I have, that I put into R. The variable, this time I'm going to use the temp variable, these values that you're seeing right here in our global window. We call this window where I put the commands the console, and we'll talk all about this. This is just a quick demonstration. And then I did things like I gave a main title. I want it to be horizontal and not vertical, not the default of R. And then I gave some more labels, and I actually gave it a color. So if you got all these commands, you'd paste it in, your cursor would be clicking at the very end, you hit return, and what would happen is now your graph is in the plots area, and we have ways that we can export it. We can save it, copy it to a clipboard, save the image. You can even make a PDF file of just that. We're going to copy it to a clipboard, and then we'll put it into our documents. So this is a really quick look at the power of R, and that you need not worry. You'll be given the code and what to do. You'll just have to change for a file name or for a particular variable, perhaps, and it should be seamless. But what we're going to be concerned with is, how do you read this box plot? What does it mean? And then do some analysis on that particular variable. Well, I hope this helps, and do know that my computer might be a little bit different than yours, but basically how we get R on and RStudio onto our computers is about the same. Well, thanks so much for watching.